The world is changing, and so is the devil. So he has changed his tactics, whereby the aspect of deception is seen in a different way, whereby the good becomes evil and the evil becomes good. Not in a direct way, but in an indirect way. Holiness is now seen, considered to be boring, and living in sin is considered to be like something like having fun or exploring your life options in that aspect. I'm talking about sexual immorality. Yeah. Paul talks about this in the New Testament. He talks about it in 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians, Thessalonians. And, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Some of us only know sexual immorality as the deed, having that intercourse, just the act. But there's a lot that happens that is also sexual immorality in a different way. We have sex that is done in the brain. We have sex that is done, is physical sex. We have sex that is done in the spirit. And there's a lot. And the Bible calls us to be holy. You see, in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, in verse 1, we are reminded to be pleasing to God, to live a life that is pleasing to God by the commandments and the laws that were given to us by Jesus Christ under grace, okay? And sexual immorality is not entertained. Each one of us has to control their own body. Because the Bible calls us to control our own bodies, it means that abstaining from the things that can cause us to be partakers of that sin of sexual immorality, which means you shouldn't be texting someone whom you know very well can lead you to do that. You should not be visiting them. You should not be having anything to do with them. Instead, you should make it clear that they are living a life that is not according to the standards that are set for you according to the Bible. And the thing about killing the flesh or being set apart, as it is written in the Bible, this entirely calls us to practice abstinence from the things that can push us or can, influence us to participate in lustful actions. This means you should also control your phone, the time in which you use it, and the people you talk to. And this also means that even the programs you watch, how do they trigger you? If they trigger you to think about sex, you should just cut them off, because the same Bible tells us whatever things that are true, pure, and holy, we should set our minds on such things. And trust me, sexual immorality is not one of them. And the way the devil has put it, it's like nowadays you can't even say you're going to wait until marriage, because someone will tell you, I want to explore, like I want to see how you perform in the bed before we actually get to be married, because I don't want to be disappointed. I'm sorry, but that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says you should wait. If anyone rejects this command, if anyone says that, no, we should practice it until you get married, then you can be holy, you're not standing against me. I'm just a messenger, You're standing against God. So if you've been doing it, some people even do it because they want to get money, Yeah, it's a type of prostitution, I think, yeah. But in a different way. They don't parade themselves in the market to sell their bodies, but they parade themselves in what we call social media platforms. And this reminds me of lukewarmness. There's a lot of lukewarmness nowadays that is happening. Someone has put in their bio that cross and some Bible verse, but the things that they are doing in their timeline and all that, not appropriate according to the Bible. You're entertaining a spirit of lust, or you're forcing people to look at you in a different way. The Bible says that lust is done it begins in the brains. It begins there. But woe to you who makes men start lusting. You will not enjoy it. Trust me. When the judgment of God comes upon you, it will not be sweet. So if you're doing this, kindly just change. Have that dignity in you and integrity. Protect your body. Do not expose your body and lead people to fall into sin over and over again. If you want to do these things, well and good, but the wages of sin is death. I have to tell you that. Don't ever side into it, okay?